Hello, everybody. I am your dinner bell. Come on in, get a seat, and let's get started here pretty quickly. Thank you. Come on in. You guys know the drill. Elizabeth and Carol have trained me well. Come on in, have a seat. Grab those people out there getting their last drink. They don't need too many for tonight, I promise. Come on in and have a seat. Y'all don't make me call you out by name. You know I'll do that. Exactly. And I can't see, but come on in. I can see that everybody looks absolutely stunning tonight. Right, I think I do, but... Okay, y'all, Elizabeth is coming up here with her whip. Let's get a seat, please. Come on in, let's roll. You guys know me. I move quick. Oh, I'm seeing doors close. Come on in and have a seat in this beautiful ballroom. Kirby outdid himself again. I see people moving, that's a good thing. I can't see much, but... All right, come on in, have a seat. You guys are following directions pretty well. I give you a C. Let's strive for a B. Let's have a seat. All right, guys, I'm ready to get started. Okay, I'm going to give you 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome, everybody, to this year's Chamber of Commerce Annual Gala. Okay. Yay, thank you. Thank you. I do have some friends in the house who are helping us bring everything to order. So you all know how this goes. We're going to begin by, now that everybody has a seat, I'd like to ask you to stand for the presentation of the colors, the pledge, the invocation, and the singing of our national anthem. Please stand with me. The colors this evening are being presented by the Joint Forces Honor Guard. Parade the colors.
Would you bow your heads with me? Father, we just thank you for a beautiful day here in Bay County. Thank you for all the business leaders and influencers in our city that are gathered here tonight. God, let us enjoy this time together and we can bring you glory. Help us to network together so we can make our town shine for you. Bless this food to nourishment of our bodies and our bodies to your service. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Kyle. Join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And I'd like to welcome to the podium Kingsley Schutz, who's going to sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see? And by the dawn's early light, and what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night, and that our flag was still there. And oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave, and o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You did super. Thank you. Y'all remember that name, Kingsley Schutz. She did an awesome job. Thank you. Post the colors. All right, please be seated. Let's give Kingsley one more round of applause for that. That was amazing. Thank you. And if you couldn't tell, she's Kyle's daughter. She does look just like him. So welcome, everyone. I am so glad to be here. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Sandy Sims with Gulf Power Company, and I am delighted to be your host for the evening. So if you'll go ahead and get seated, we'll go ahead and keep the program moving. So, as I was thinking about being the MC tonight, for those of you who have ever held this position, there's a lot of pressure to do some jokes. And if you guys know me, I am a horrible joke teller, so no jokes for tonight. I'll just go ahead and lay that out there. But the past 15 months have given me a lot of time to reflect on a lot of things, and I think it has for a lot of us. So here are a few things that some of you may identify with, some random thoughts that I've had over the last 15 months, and some of you may have had as well. So I never dreamed I'd be having a parent-teacher conference by myself and recommend firing the teacher. I'm not working out with a mask on is a new excuse for me not working out. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it. After years of excuses for not cleaning out my closet because I'm never home, I can't use that one anymore. And while Lion King was a wonderful family movie, Tiger King, not so much. And the last one, I will never throw away a half roll of toilet paper again. So seriously though, the last year has given me a new perspective on many things, as if Hurricane Michael didn't do enough of that. And just a few things I wanted to share tonight, and I hope that it resonates with you all. First of all, faith and family first. As I look around this room, and as I had the opportunity to see many of you this evening as we were coming in, that thought just rings so true, because while you're friends, we're also family. And faith and family first will get us through anything. Second thing is FaceTime, literally and figuratively. Who would have thought that everybody would have gotten so adept at FaceTime? Or for those of you of my generation, how many of you remember come on and Zuma, 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 Zoom? That took on a whole different meaning this time too. And the last thing is the value of a hug. I'm a hugger, most of you are huggers, so I'm looking forward, that's right, yay, I'm looking forward to getting a lot of hugs this evening. It also gave me great appreciation for the continued support that this community has for our local businesses, like our sponsors this evening. So please hold your applause to the end while I recognize our sponsors for this wonderful event. Our presenting sponsors this evening are GAC Contractors, Bill Kramer, Chevrolet Buick, Cadillac, GMC, and there's going to be another one. Our entertainment sponsor is System Service and Engineering. Platinum sponsors are Edgewater Beach and Golf Resort and Merrill Lynch. Gold sponsors, Anderson Construction Company, Bancorp South, Community Bank, Early Education and Care, Gulf Power, my favorite, Gulf Coast State College, Hand, Arundel, Harrison and Sale, NAI Talcor, Port of Panama City with its new director, Sweet Bay, the St. Joe Company, Trustmark Bank, Vacasa, Waste Pro, and West Rock. Also, we want to thank all of our silent auction donors. So how many of y'all were out there looking for the sign-up sheets for the silent auction? Okay, old school. Okay, QR codes are where it's at. So if y'all didn't learn to order food or pull up a menu with the QR code, you really did stay home for 15 months. but I did not. So I'm going to give you a real quick tutorial on how to bid on your silent auction items. Take your phone, go to your camera, take a picture. You don't even have to push the button. Just lay your camera over the QR code. It should bring you up to our silent auction. For those of you that is too high tech, you can also text 2021 JLB auction to this number, 843-606-5995. But I'm telling y'all, the easiest thing in the world is scan the QR code and place your bids there, because as you know, part of the proceeds for the silent auction, from the silent auction this evening, goes to support our Junior Leadership Bay program. And this evening, there will be volunteers in the hall. I guess we're not high-tech there. We're going to take your money when you leave. So go ahead and place your bids throughout the evening. I'll let you know as the silent auction is closing. And another thing I want to make sure that you get a chance to support is the libations chance drawing. I call it the pandemic punch drawing because it's just a bunch of liquor. That's what a lot of people did during the pandemic. I read all these stories about everybody getting liquored up. Well, we're going to give you a chance to get liquored up tonight. And you do not have to be present to win. We will get that liquor, right. We'll get that liquor to you later if you win. So now I get the opportunity to welcome some of our honored guests here this evening. So what I'd like is for me to go ahead and just call them out. And then when I finish the last one, we can give them a round of applause. They can stand as I call their names. Mayor Mark Sheldon and the Panama City Beach Council members. Chairman Robert Carroll and the Bay County Commission, past chair of this beautiful chamber. The Panama City Commissioner Josh Street, Lynn Haven City Commissioner Brandon Aldridge, Callaway City Commissioner Scott Davis. Well, tonight we were going to have our former Speaker of the House, Alan Benz, in the House, but he wasn't able to make it at the last minute. I believe we do have former U.S. Congressman Steve Sutherland here this evening, and we have staff from U.S. Congressman Neil Dunn's office. If those folks would stand and allow us to recognize you in your dedicated service to our community. Thank you. We appreciate everything you do. We'd also like to recognize, this is a community. One of the great things I love about Panama City is our love for our military. And you guys don't have the same view I have, but I have a wonderful view of the great people dressed in their dress blues or whites this evening. And we'd like to recognize, if you are active duty or retired military, please stand and allow us to recognize you now. Thank you. Wow. Thank you. And tonight, we want to show special recognition and appreciation for a group that we could not have made it through the last 15 months without. I'd like to take a moment and ask anyone in the room who works in the healthcare profession, if you're a professional, a staffer, if you work in healthcare, please stand now and let us show you our appreciation for your hard work. Thank you. You guys are really rock stars. I'm gonna not get choked up about that. Okay, phew. I think that's all of the special recognitions I have right now anyway. So it is my pleasure to introduce your 2020 Chairman of the Chamber Board, your fearless leader, and our rock star, Mr. Andrew Rowell.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, everyone, for coming tonight. I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad to be out with all these smiling and pretty faces, without masks, especially. I'm so proud to call Bay County my home. Our sense of community can't be matched anywhere else in this world. I'm just grateful to be here. Thank you so much. And the reason we're here tonight is to celebrate our chamber and what we've done. And to do that, rebuilding our county is a team sport. I'm going to cut straight to the chase. Tonight, we're going to recognize a few of the stars that have stood out for us in Bay County and the Chamber of Commerce. And I'm not going to waste much time beating around the bush about it. So we're going to start recognizing some of our folks tonight. And I'm going to start with, if I can get Will Kramer to come up to the stage. Will and I went through the chamber together, and we formed a relationship, a friendship that's been really good. It's unique because he's such an outgoing person, and everybody that knows me knows that I'm not very outgoing at all. I don't like the limelight, but he does. So I'm glad to call him a friend. Will? Good. I told him I wasn't going to do this. I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry. We'll go on to the next thing. Forget him. Will, I'm tired of this. I'm glad this is your last hurrah. Monica, bless your heart. It's not working. Sorry, Will. Sorry, Chris. You didn't want to start.
Thank you so much for being here to celebrate me tonight. Best military affairs chairman ever. Everybody knows. Genius military affairs chairman. Maverick for you Navy people. Yeah, so good in fact. And you notice that while I gave the gavel to Andrew last week, there was a recount. I'm actually military affairs chairman this year too. Sorry, Daddy Warbucks, little Sandy. It's all me again. I'm back. All right. You need this more than I do. Well, it was my pleasure to serve as your 2020 Military Affairs Chairman. First of all, I want to welcome the military folks that are here with us tonight at the Military Affairs table. They're so proud to be here. From the 1st Air Force, Lieutenant General Kirk Pierce. From the Naval Surface Warfare Center, Captain David Bach and his wife, Angie. And from NSA Panama City, Commander Keith Foster and his wife, Julie. Thank y'all for being here. So I went into pretty great detail last week at the passing of the gavel, so I won't do that here tonight. But I do want to hit a few highlights of my somewhat short MAC chairmanship. But we did have several really big accomplishments. First, I got to go to the Tyndall and NSA PC award ceremonies, and those are ceremonies that are for your airmen, your sailors, the engineers out of the base that do things that we don't normally hear about in the community, but they're really, really cool stuff, and it's really neat to hear all the stuff that's going out there. I served as a member of the steering committee for 5 community partnerships between Tyndall and the community, including medical training, joint mosquito eradication with the county. We're going to kill them with jets. A law enforcement driving course that's a coordination between the base, the Bay County Sheriff's Office, and the Gulf Coast State College. They've got a lot of asphalt to drive on out at the base, really, really fast. They still haven't invited me. I'll bring my own car. We promoted the Skill Bridge program between Tyndall and Career Source, which is an excellent program. If you don't know about it, that's probably the Career Source table. Call them. If you are interested in hiring somebody who may be separating from the military in the next 6 months, they can do that for free. And it's kind of a trial run on both of your parts, but it's a great program. We also promoted military spouse employment, which is a huge initiative with the Air Force, with I think Department of Defense as a whole, and we're proud to support that every way we can. I did get to attend the change of command from Colonel Laidlaw from a very, very long way away, but I think I could see him down on the TV. I was also privileged to award him the Chairman's Award for his efforts to rebuild our base. And from the comfort of my own home, along with the rest of you, we did celebrate the 10-year extension by executive order of the Gulf Range drilling moratorium on September 8th, which means, I think most everybody here knows what that means, but if you don't, that means we can continue to fly missions over the Gulf uninhibited by oil derricks or anything else that would prevent that range from being useful, which means that we have a really, really good base to be at. And that's been a long, long process with the Chamber. A lot of people have put a lot of time and effort into making that happen. I did get to do some fun stuff too. After last year's Chamber event, did participate in the first annual Laidlaw-Kramer Wiffle Ball Home Run Derby Invitational. The Laidlaws swept all but one category of that, which my son won. I was pretty happy about that. My family and I did get to go and watch the checkered flag exercises out at Tyndall. As I said at the passing of the gavel, if you want to know what the weight limit is on the elevator at the control tower, it's not 15. Yeah, Chris remembers. We were there for about 30 minutes talking about who we were going to eat first. And I did assist General Patrice Melanson, who was in charge of the rebuild of Tyndall during her tenure, in winning the women's bracket of the St. Andrews Bay Yacht Club Stone Crab Tournament. So it was not an uneventful MAC chairmanship. So it's all of these things together that make the MAC so special. The old Chamber motto of making Bay County a better place to live, work, and play is something we particularly strive to do together with our military neighbors. The fences on 98 or Thomas Drive don't separate us as one community, and it's been the purpose of the MAC for 56 years to ensure that as base leadership and personnel naturally change, that message continues to be communicated to every sailor, Coast Guardsman, airman, and soldier or Marine that may find themselves here for any length of time that they call Bay County their home. So it's my privilege now to turn the MAC chairmanship over again to my friend, Andrew, who, yes, it's been a privilege for the last 7 years to get to know you. He's funnier than he wants you to think he is. But Andrew, it's in good hands, and I hope you have a wonderful MAC chairmanship.
Will, it was a pleasure. I'm glad that was your last hurrah. I don't have to put up with your stuff anymore. I was going to do a joke, but I'll save it. I'll spare you. Our next award is one that I'm truly excited about. Every year, there's many shining stars within our membership, but usually there's a couple that shine brighter. At the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic and the shutdown loomed over our state, getting information out to our membership was key to us. Since 1954, the Chamber has only missed one First Friday, and that was November 2018 after Hurricane Michael. Chamber staff had received a call and offered a way to broadcast First Friday virtually. These two individuals volunteered countless hours and their expertise to assist in hosting our virtual First Friday. I am so appreciative of their time and talents that they lended to us to make this happen. So it's fitting to award our Members of the Year to Julie McConnell and Scott Jackson of the University of Florida IFAS Extension, Bay County. There they are.
Well, I'm completely unprepared, and I'm blinded by the lights back there. So to be honest with you, when Scott said, we're going to offer the Chamber that we broadcast on Zoom and Facebook and all this, I was a little like, whoa, wait a minute. Are you sure that we can do that? And we did, and we really enjoyed it, and it gave me an opportunity to get really involved with the Chamber of Commerce and with the community, and really, I think I got a lot more out of it than you guys got out of it on my end. So thank you very much for the recognition. I'm glad that we were able to, use some of that technology to keep communicating with everyone.
What honor is you just doing your job sometimes, And so we knew what we had to offer. We could help and connect our community at the right time. And it was a blessing for us to be just in the right place at the right time. And so we're glad that we were able to connect with the Small Business Administration and provide our first April meeting that day to try to get the information that our community needed at that moment. So. And then we just kept going, and the pandemic kept going. So we got to meet everybody and work with Andrew a little bit, and Elizabeth, and all the great people that are your leaders. And so we're just privileged to be here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Julie and Scott. We appreciate it. We appreciate everything you do and everyone else that helps us along the way. And now I'd like to introduce the most prestigious award, the Lauren Merriam Memorial Award. Here tonight is the 2018 recipient, Mr. Joey Ginn, to do the honors.
No.
I got to ask a question.
My
If-
handicap's an 18.
If bankers can count, please tell me why you have 8 drive-through windows and only 2 tellers working them.
It's called efficiency. Efficiency, Andrew. All right, I may not have the best job here, but I mean, behind the outgoing MAC chair and incoming MAC chair, I think I have the best job here tonight. So I'm certainly happy to be presenting the Lauren Merriam Award to a member of the business community. I'm not sure many people realize who Lauren Merriam was. He was the chairman of the chamber back in 1959. And he demonstrated those characteristics through his commitment to the betterment of Bay County and its citizens by personal involvement in civic, charitable, and service organizations. He set a standard for unselfish service. His wit was often used to remind us to never take anyone, especially ourselves, too serious. So this year's recipient is an FSU grad, which could be just about anybody out here, and an avid supporter of the school and attends most FSU football games, who I can attest to. He also met his beautiful wife at FSU, so you get a degree and a wife. What a bonus. He has served on a numerous community boards, including the FSU Panama City Campus Development Board, the Dean's Council, the Bay EDA, Northwest Florida Manufacturers Council, Gulf Coast Regional Medical Center Board of Trustees, the Florida Chamber Board of Directors, as well as numerous other boards. I thought it was interesting. One of the jobs this recipient had when he was back in high school was in security, working for a grocery store where he sat on the second floor and looked at security cameras. I think it's ironic. I mean, someone that has, someone of that youth, and obviously they trusted them, they saw the maturity in this person. I thought it's kind of telling of the characteristics of our recipient. Also, a little known fact, he was born in Havana, Cuba, moved to Spain, and then later came to the United States back in the early 70s. So certainly has come a very long way in his career and livelihood. This person has a saying that a rising tide lifts all boats, and I would certainly have to agree with that. But I also believe this person seems to possess a crystal ball. He seems to kind of has a feel for what's going on in Bay County, probably sees things that we don't, and kind of sees where our community is going and sees that vision. And I think that's what makes this person so special. So please join me in welcoming this year's Lauren Merriam recipient, my good friend, George Gonzalez.
Totally unexpected. Carol, you're pretty clever. But I knew that already. Thank you. Totally unexpected. It's my wife, Pam, my son, Jake. I think many of you have met him. Bay County is a very special place, and for those of us who have lived in other places, we have a really unique appreciation for that. This is a community that gels together. Everybody is really literally pushing on the same side of the rope. I think folks know that. We're glad to be in this community. We're glad to do the things that we're doing. The saying of rising tides lift all boats, we use that around the office quite a bit, particularly because of the business we're in. We really believe that as the community goes, so do we, our company. So when good things happen in the community, good things happen for our company and vice versa. So I appreciate it very much. Totally unexpected. Thank you for the honor, and have a good evening.
Congratulations, Mr. Gonzalez. This community is truly blessed to have you great leadership like you that live here. Let's give him another big round of applause. Thank you. So I want to start by saying this is my swan song. I'm out of here. The Bay County Chamber of Commerce has been your business partner in this great community since 1913, and we will continue to keep you up to date on everything that happens in our community that can help you with your businesses. Our goal is to have a strong and informed membership. First of all, there's a few folks I'd like to thank for this opportunity. I'm going to start with my wife, Debbie Ashbrook. Thank you for your support. She's been my biggest critic and my biggest cheerleader over the years. I couldn't do it without her. We think the same. We don't act the same. We think the same. And I'm just blessed to be your husband. Thank you very much. Second, Ms. Carol Roberts. Her leadership in the Bay County Chamber is second to none. That's why we're driven so hard. If you're not driven, she's going to drive you. That's why the past few years we've been the chamber of the state, I think 3 times out of the last 6 years, something like that. Thank you, Carol, for your leadership. Thank you, staff. We have an amazing staff. They work hard every day. They're on top of their game. They drive you to do good, and I'm so grateful for what we've accomplished while I've been a part of the board. Thank you very much. And lastly, in my people that I want to thank is a few dates that come to mind for me. August 1958, Mr. Charlie Hilton started a little business in Bay County, and he saw value in the Chamber of Commerce. In 1959, he joined it. He was a pretty good judge of things, and he chose a couple of guys to help him run his business, all of his businesses, Mr. Derwin White and Mr. Alan Bentz. Tonight, I want to thank them for their support and leadership in our community, also the support and the tools they've given me to be successful. Both of these guys work their butts off every day, not just for themselves, but for the community. And once again, I want to thank them for giving me the chance to make a difference in Bay County. Thank you very much. Almost done. 2020 changed the way the Chamber does business. Our board has stood by the organization and made hard decisions on events, meetings, office operations, and more. To say it was a different year for us is an understatement. We commend our board, you, our investors, and the many others that have seen us through these times. As usual, this organization cannot be defeated. And we've had many positive outcomes. First and foremost, we got a new building. We're proud of it. It took months to get it done. Tough finding a contractor. I'm glad we were able to. And our staff, they had to endure moving 4 times from Hurricane Michael till we were back in the building. So I'd like to give them a big round of applause for all they did. Many of the chamber-supported issues have come to reality in 2020, starting, as Will mentioned earlier, the extension of the moratorium on offshore drilling within the Gulf training range. We're very excited about that, and we hope it gets to go to the next step. A groundbreaking was held for Destination Panama City Visitor Center, which would not have happened if this organization had not conducted a campaign and supported a Panama City bed tax. Please stay tuned for a grand opening. It's coming soon. The Marina Hotel. It has been one of the Chamber's big issues that we've pushed for many years to bring it downtown. And the announcement by the St. Joe Company also was made a reality in 2020. Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez. Now the construction has begun, and in 2022, downtown will become the home of Hotel Indigo. Thank you very much. The Chambers Share the Future Fund, designed for economic development purposes, also approved an award of a $200,000 grant to a local manufacturer for the expansion of that. Well, the expansion of that and using that $200,000 grant is sure to create new jobs for Bay County. So we're happy about that. On the COVID-19 front, your chamber fed over 500 healthcare workers on several occasions to reward them for being our frontline fight and to protect and heal our citizens. Thank you. Thank you very much for our frontline workers. Those meals were made possible with contributions from Creighton, West Rock, and IC Construction. In addition, thanks to the Florida Chamber, this organization supplied masks that we could give to you for your employees and your customers so they would stay safe during this time of COVID. There's also some recognition for our staff. Elizabeth Smith, a 15-year employee, has received her Florida Certified Chamber Professional status, and in 2019, the Institute of Organization Management, Elizabeth has one more step to go, and that step is the rigorous process to receive her Certified Chamber Executive status, of which is awarded by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. Thank you, Melissa. Elizabeth. Melissa, you're next. She was promoted to serve as Vice President of Governmental Affairs, and she hit the ground running. I'm so excited to be a part of the team, and she helps me every day with what we are doing to help support our local military groups. Thank you. As you can see, I don't think we've skipped a beat in providing services to our community and especially our investors. Thank you all for investing financially and giving of your time to this amazing organization, and even more, our amazing community. It's been a pleasure to serve. Thank you very much. Now it's my privilege to welcome to the stage your 2021, and I'm not going to do like Will, I'm going to go ahead and let go, okay? Your 2021 Chamber of the Board, or Chairman of the Board, Mr. Chris Moore. We've done this before, but there were masks involved, and I'm really not sure that it was Chris when we did it. So, one more time.
very much. Yes, sir. And don't leave the stage. We'll pass this to Miss Sandy. I'd like to say thank you, first of all, Andrew, but right now we're going to recognize your tenure and fantastic job in unprecedented times. We haven't had these kind of challenges ever before in our lifetimes, but Andrew, you led us through it. We got things done, legislative agenda-wise, fantastic job. I present to you the chairman of the board plaque from the Bay County Chamber of Commerce. All right, let's see, where are we here? Wow, for a Bay County kid who's been around since 1968 here, and I realize our Merriam Award winner and I have something in common. This is not on my script here, but as Elizabeth knows and Carol knows, I'd like to go off script just a little bit. George and I are born in the same place, Cuba. I was born on the other end of the island at Guantanamo Bay at the naval station there, but it's kind of cool to at least have something in common with a great man like yourself, and congratulations again on your Merriam Award on that one. As the commanding officers who are here tonight, the two skippers from the Navy and our Lieutenant General, there's three things that you do when you're the incoming guy, and we've had like 2 changes of command in one ceremony here. You need to be there, you need to be short, and you need to be gone. So let me get this over with, because I know I'm the only thing standing in between you and dinner. So we're gonna hit a couple of things here, because it's just an absolute honor to be on this stage tonight with all of you. So first, I'd like to deliver an important message, and if you take nothing away from what I say tonight, this is the important message here. The Bay County Chamber of Commerce will continue to carry the water and deliver that message loud and clear that Bay County is open for business. Know that for a fact, and we are here for business. A couple of notes on that one, and this November we all got together and did our planning sessions for our legislative agenda, which I feel is a cornerstone of a lot of what we do. And a couple of things, and it's been mentioned twice now, and I won't belabor it, but the Gulf of Mexico training area is so critical to the United States of America and its defense that we were lucky under the last administration to get a 10-year moratorium signed out as an executive order. But just as a little bit of education, that can be wiped away by the next administration or the next administration. So our goal as a state of Florida, Bay County Chamber of Commerce supporting, is to get the legislation in place to make sure that there's a permanent moratorium on drilling in the eastern Gulf of Mexico training range. So know that that's one of our top priorities there. So next, near and dear to my heart is education. As a military guy, and I did my quarter century of it. We all know that we pick our duty stations if we get any chance, and the Navy doesn't or does give us a chance to go somewhere, that we have a quality education for our kids. And we've been 13 duty stations, my family and I, and we did choose places specifically on that. And Bay County Chamber of Commerce is going to be a big part in continuing those relationships with the local level at Bay District schools, but also with Dr. Holdnack at Gulf Coast State College and Dr. Hanna with FSU. There's been such a great synergy on that. Absolutely. Give those gents a round of applause. We're so very, very pleased on that. So that's big on our agenda as well. We're also going to continue our relationship with a company called Nextsite, and I didn't know a lot about it until I got involved with the Chamber a half dozen years ago, and recently we brought them on board. They are basically Bay County's recruiter for national businesses to come to this area to put roots in. And we got the brief recently within the last 6 months on the return on investment, and we're about $1 million to 1 on it right now, and I'm not exaggerating on that. So we're going to renew that relationship with them. We get a brief next Tuesday on the 23rd, and we're going to make sure that those national businesses see that Bay County is open for business on that. And lastly, we're going to continue to monitor the progress of the federal courthouse and that situation that's been going on for some time now. Federal courthouse needs to be here in Bay County. We're heavy proponents of that, and we're going to work closely with our Bay County commissioners, and thank you to all the commissioners that are here this evening that are fighting the good fight on that one to keep that courthouse here. So a lot of things will be happening with that. You'll be hearing more about it as we continue. So 2021, it's been a great year so far, but it's going to be an even better year in the second half. Lastly, I'd like to do just a few thank yous here tonight. I feel it's really important. For those who have come before me as a member of the board of the Chamber of Commerce, I'd like to recognize you at this moment. For those who are presently or have past served, if you would please stand and be recognized, I would appreciate that. See if you, yes, please. Tom, you better stand up. That's right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It is humbling and an honor to be considered a peer of yours in this organization because of the great things that you do for our relationships with our education, our military, et cetera, on that one. So anyway, secondly, I'd like to thank all the mentors, the teachers, the educators, the tutors, the peers that are out there. And I'm not just talking about formal education, and certainly want to recognize them and the wonderful job that they do with our children in education. But I'd like to talk personally from a moment of mentorship, because there are gentlemen in this crowd tonight and former Merriam Award winners that for some reason, when I retired 9 years ago, they kind of took me under their wing and they said, you know, Chris, you need to get involved. You need to get out there and spread your wings a little bit and become, you know, part of your community that you went K through 12 with on that. So guys like Mr. Tom Neubauer over here, Leon Walters, the late John Robbins, Glenn McDonald, Carol Roberts, Becca Harden, so many others that have influenced my life in this transition from military guy to civilian guy. I can't thank you enough, but to all you that mentor and peer counsel and do everything out there, a big round of applause for you. And lastly, I'm going to finish it up because, you know, you saved the best for last. My family sitting over here to my right, I just want to tell you about all the love and support that they've given over the decades, that they've been a part of the military career, now a decade almost, part of the civilian career, and I guarantee I'm working a heck of a lot harder, you know, with this volunteer gig on that one than I ever did in the military, jumping out of airplanes, diving, and blowing stuff up for a living. So anyway, I want to say thank you for everything you did over our 13 duty stations. I'm glad we got back home here to Panama City so that both of you could graduate. My children could graduate from Bay High School, my alum, and any tornadoes out there. To my son, Stephen, he's the eldest, and fantastic job on finishing that University of Florida career, or I should say degree, in 4 years. Debt-free on that one. I know that there's huge things coming for you, son, and I appreciate all the support. You made life a lot easier on that one with that. My daughter, Jordan, starting her third year here at Gulf Coast State College, and I don't know if Dr. Holdnack's out there, but thank you for taking care of my daughter through COVID and through everything else. Absolutely fantastic. I know you've got great things ahead, and you know, Jordan, a special thank you is that I always have a boating partner 12 months out of the year, and don't leave me too soon, okay? And lastly, of course, my lovely bride of 27 years, Tammy Nelson Moore, Chipley girl that decided to hitch up the wagon and go to Guam with me when we stopped our 2 years of dating and started that thing called marriage on there. You've been just this tremendous, you know, captain of our house and running of the house when I was out, you know, doing all kinds of crazy things on that one. You know, I look back and I think of Guam to Georgia to Virginia to Texas to all the places in between, New Orleans, all the duty stations that we have. It was a lot of hard work, and it's, I can't state enough how much I appreciate everything you did running that one. My father, he was a Navy man as well, as was my grandfather, but my father used to always say that, you know, Chris, it doesn't matter how high you go military-wise, you're always going to have one rank behind your wife, Tammy. And, you know, when I pinned on Navy captain, she was the admiral of the house, and guaranteed she earned her stripes on that one. So, babe, I can't say that I love you enough. So Team Moore, thank you, because I couldn't do this. I couldn't be up here volunteering for the community, trying to make a better place for all of us here without everything that you've done. So there are no words to express it completely other than I love you all so very much. So, anyway, with that, we'll get to the important part. Dinner is served. Thank you. Thank you.